All right, so the IMC just had a town hall. It just finished. It was about an hour long, but I'm coming on here real quick to give the recap. I'm hoping to do this in less than 5 minutes, so let's see if I can do it. So Kieran started out with a roadmap update. He said there's no exact number for how many people get allowed into the private beta testnet. He says that does start April 15th at the latest. It could come even earlier. There should be about 2 weeks of that time period to sign up, and that'll go straight into the private beta 4 testnet. Of the allocations to the private beta testnet, 50% are going to be chosen from the Illuvium community, and the more active you are in the community with different aspects of the game, especially Arena Overworld, is going to give you a better chance to get in on this. The other 50% is going to be targeting new players or people who have signed up originally but haven't been participating, and that's also going to include content creators and partners getting private beta allocations that they can use for rewards or giveaways to their communities. The private beta testnet should last 2 to 4 weeks, which is actually shorter than we've heard before. And the end of this private beta testnet will be the beginning of open beta. During this phase that's starting, in the next week or two, there's going to be a big marketing push. There's lots of marketing that Kieran said he wasn't going to get into right now, but they're going to be pushing the idea of airdrop points for different aspects of the Illuvium ecosystem, along with the long-awaited cinematic trailer. For the airdrops, there's 2 payouts. One is going to be at the end of the testnet, and then the next one is going to be about 5 months into open beta. But they said more specifically, the second one is going to be 6 months from the start of testnet. Kieran also mentioned that he was in the landowners chat in Discord and noticed that a lot of people were not too happy still. But he made a point to say that even if for some reason Illuvium 0 wasn't ready for open beta, the landowners will still be getting their 5%. It'll just be coming from an airdrop as opposed to producing it through fuel. Then he touched on the capital raise. He said it was 12 million. He said we're likely going to look back in 6 months from now and see that it wasn't needed. But it's a good failsafe to lean on. And he said saying that doesn't mean that his confidence is not there for what they have coming out already, but he says it does give confidence for other investors to enter the Illuvium ecosystem. All right, then Blichter came on to talk a little bit about the proposals of recent. He didn't specifically name any proposals, but he did say that there's been a lot of revisions and rejections, and the reason for that is because right now the main focus is getting to open beta, and anything that has a chance to delay open beta or increase scope too much is really why they're voting for these revisions and rejections. But he did say he wanted to encourage the community to keep putting out these proposals, because when these proposals get to the IMC, they need to look at it, they need to communicate with the team, they need to do some research on it. Even if they end up voting for a revision or rejecting, it's bringing attention to those ideas, and that's really important even if a proposal doesn't get passed through. So with me currently sitting on the community council, if you do have ideas, reach out to me or anyone else on the community council, and we'll help put together these proposals and pass them on to the IMC. Scrub-a-Dub Dad came on for a quick segment here where he talked about licensing for Illuvium, basically saying that that's put on hold because there's not regulatory clarity on the whole GameFi space, and it doesn't make sense to push through anything like this until there is clarity. And he said even when that clarity does come, there's going to be a discussion on whether it's worth it or not, because any licensing that Illuvium would have to go through would likely lead to KYC, and at this point they're not sure if that's something that the community wants. So Annie came on to talk about Beyond Wave 3. He said the artwork is complete, the collection bonuses are coming soon, the stretch rewards and cosmetics from buying these discs, and that includes like the emotes and skins, those are coming soon as well. He even said likely within the next month. He talked a little bit about the Battle in the Beyond platform for ETH lizards and say that when Wave 3 comes, there's going to be wagering on ETH and wagering for pink slips. So you could challenge somebody, and if you win that battle, you win all the contents of your disc and your opponent's disc. And we're looking at this Wave 3 to launch a little after open beta, so about 1 month post open beta launch. So Viper came on quick just to talk a little about the Ascendant Arena. He didn't say too much about anything new. He basically just said that the feedback has been great, and the more feedback that the team gets, the better, because that's where these improvements are coming from. If the community wasn't out there playing this game and giving that feedback, we wouldn't have seen these big changes that we've been seeing for the past, few months. Along the lines of Arena, there was a question about the leaderboards. Currently, the leaderboard rewards are on pause, and they have no exact date to restart them. Kieran said it could be before open beta, but the vibe I was getting is that we're probably not going to see these leaderboard rewards start until we get to open beta, because Kieran did want to mention that playing the Arena during this testnet phase is going to earn you airdrop points, so there will be an incentive to play, and there will be some earning that comes out of playing. But that's it. That's your quick recap of this most recent town hall. I hope to save you some time. Make sure to subscribe, like this video, comment if you have any questions, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks.